So Joe Biden is going to visit the picket lines in Michigan. He got invited on Friday by UAW President Shawn Fain. Trump is going to be holding a rally at an auto supplier in Clinton Township, Michigan. Okay. Again, I don't think that there's been a president that's injected himself into a debate like this for some time. I can't recall. I mean, some people said it's been almost 100 years, as a matter of fact. All right. Again, Joe Biden, he talks to he's the biggest, so he's kind of touts himself as the biggest union president going. Amtrak Joe, blue collar Joe, all this nonsense. And again, we all know that that's just a bunch of bull excrement. Again, the problem with the auto companies is government. The government has forced certain conditions on the big three that they have to abide by. And many of these things that they pushed on them, they don't flow with the how the world works. They just don't, in the sense of economic reality. I call it, Island of Dr. Moreau's, like genetic experiments that people like to conduct with the free market. And again, I don't know if these workers realize or they don't realize. I mean, they're clamoring for raises and 4-day work weeks and all of this nonsense. And again, I don't know if their leadership is really pushing them in the wrong direction. But you're not competitive anymore. You're not competitive. It's just math, and it's not high level math. The numbers don't add up. The government is saying you must make these types of cars. You work for a company. Work for a company that's, the government is telling them to make a certain type of car. Now, again, you're the UAW. You give all of your money every year to Democrats, every election cycle. So in essence, the union that you work for put all of these people into power that are forcing the company that you work for to make cars that they're going to lose money on. You don't think that might be bad for you? You don't think that might not be in your best interest? I mean, wouldn't you like the company that you work for to actually be making a lot of money? Do you not realize that the more money that your company makes, the more productive your company is, that's going to filter down to you? Again, it's just math, people. It's just how the world works. The math doesn't add up. The type of contracts that the UAW is calling for at this point in time is going to make those electric vehicles even less viable. They're not viable now as it stands. They're not going to be viable for a very, very long period of time. So what are you asking for here? Are you asking for, your company to go under? Are you asking for the taxpayers again to have to inject more money, inject more capital, bail out the companies that you work for? Not to mention, one of the things that the unions are all bent out of shape about is that they're going to be losing jobs. Yeah. The people that you put in office, forcing them to make cars, and these electric cars you don't need as many workers to make these cars. So again, union jobs are going to be going away. I mean, they're begging right now. They're begging right now for plants to remain open that these automakers say we don't need them any longer. We're going to shut them down. So again, I like it when people get raises. I do. I think it's great when you get a raise, when benefits are increased. All that's well and good, but it has to be based upon the numbers. It has to be based upon the productivity of the company you're working for, your worker productivity, profitability. How do you expect? I mean, my question: how do you expect the company that you work for, it's losing billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, making cars that the people you voted for are telling them to make? How do you think that this is going to end up? How does the math work on this one? Again, Biden's appearance today is going to be, we all know it's going to be completely staged. And, I'm sure they're going to make sure, they're going to double check, make sure that all the people that are surrounding Biden are going to be shaking hands and loving the guy. But I mean, you're a true UAW, you're a union man, union strong. You should hate these people. They should hate these people because they're destroying the company that you work for. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.